Hey guys, welcome back. As always, I'm excited to be here out in the fresh air. It's a beautiful day, and it's a perfect day for doing a little stretching and relaxation today. I know a lot of you are like gung-ho about getting in your activity, so that does not mean that you can't still do something today. You can go back and do one of the other videos that we've already done, or if you go to my website, there are a ton of workouts on there. Even if that just means getting out and going for a nice long walk. Personally, I'm doing 3 walks a day, roughly like 15 to 20 minutes each time, just to keep my sanity. So that's always a good thing to add in. And then if you want to add this into your normal daily routine, it doesn't just have to be like a once a week thing. You can do the stretching routine after your workouts, at the end of the day. It's a really good way to kind of de-stress and decompress. So we're gonna work through just a few stretches and then just kind of relax and breathe at the end. So I really hope you enjoy this and comment. Some of you have now joined my private accountability Facebook group, and if you would like to do that, I'm gonna post the link in my Facebook page and my Instagram page so you can join the group. And if you want a little more motivation and accountability with everybody, that's where you can head. And we're going to hopefully open up some discussions and just check in with each other because it's nice to socialize with one another. All right, so let's get the stretching started. We're going to start in one of my favorite poses, and this is called child's pose. So you're going to sit your butt back on your heels, and we're just going to take those hands forward, and you can drop the forehead to the mat. And then you can just take some nice deep breaths from there. Now, if you can't go that direction for your knees or anything like that, you can just come into a folded leg position and you can just gently reach those hands forward. You could even do this from a wall, so stretching there. So everyone else just hold whatever position feels comfortable. And we're gonna do about 10 seconds of breathing in each of these stretches. So you want to take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, you're going to stay there for one more inhale in and then big breath out. And from there, we're going to come into our down dog, okay? So we're going to take those feet up. We're going to press down into the mat, heels towards the ground. You're making a nice triangle position, and you're just going to hold. If it feels good, you can pedal out those feet instead. And again, just breathing, focusing all that energy on your breath. Maybe you want to find a little stillness, holding for one more inhale. Good, and then on the exhale, we're going to bring that right foot forward, and we're going to go into what's called a pigeon. So you're going to bend at the knee, and then from here you can hold right here. This might be a good position. If you want to sink a little lower into it, if that feels comfortable, you can bring those forearms down to the mat. And some of you might find it more comfortable to go into a kneeling position like so. So I have my back knee bent and my front knee, and then just coming forward and gently pushing that body forward until you feel a nice gentle stretch through the hips. Good, let's hold that for a few more breaths. Remember, this time is for you, just to relax, taking all the hard work you've done so far. Good, and let's come up and out of that. From a kneeling position, you're gonna go ahead and just take that other foot forward now. Same thing, you're gonna bend that knee, back leg goes straight. You can just hold it here, or again, you can drop those elbows down. What I find to be really helpful when I'm stretching is focusing on my exhale. So lengthening that exhale as much as you can, and when we do that, we often can sink deeper into the pose, so we're getting an even deeper stretch. And because we're doing new movements, with some of these exercises and workouts that you're doing with me, you may be doing things that you haven't done in a while or some brand new exercises. You might feel a little soreness, and that's completely normal, but this stretching can be a really, really good thing to keep everything nice and open and flexible, and can even help reduce some of that soreness throughout the week. Okay, one more breath in. Then we're gonna take it up to our knees. We're gonna come into our tabletop position. So my knees are stacked right under my hips. My hands are gonna go right under my shoulders, and we're gonna take our cow position by bending the back and then pressing up and away from that mat. And you're gonna follow your breath. So you're gonna inhale on the cow, fill up those lungs. And then as you press up and away from the mat, exhale, big breath out, arching that back. And again, you're just following your own breath here. You don't have to follow along with me, just do what feels good. Lengthen that spine as you press up and away. Bring those shoulders back, arching the back here. Good, we're gonna do one more sequence here. So one more big inhale. And then big exhale out. Awesome. Okay, coming to a seated position. Find what is comfortable for you. So I'm gonna take a folded knee position. You can have those legs stretched out, whatever feels good. We're gonna start with our right shoulder. You're gonna bring that arm across the body, and we're just gonna hold like right below that shoulder. And then you're just kind of giving a gentle pull. You should feel a nice stretch through the shoulder. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, sitting nice and tall. You can close your eyes or take a really soft gaze forward. Let's do one more inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Let's take that other arm across the body. And I'm holding each pose for about 10 to 15 seconds, but if you do this on your own later, you can always hold those stretches even longer. If that feels good. Good. One more inhale in, and then big breath out. All right, we're gonna take a side body stretch. So we're gonna take our right arm up, and we're gonna take that left arm, bring it across the abdomen, and we're just gonna reach over. So you should feel a nice stretch through the arm all the way through that side body. And just holding. Good, one more inhale in. Big exhale out, come back to center. Let's take it over the other side. Chicken. It's kind of soothing. They've had a lot to say recently. They're laying more eggs, and so they get very talkative towards each other because they all want to lay eggs at the same time. Good. Let's come back to center. All right, we're going to take a nice neck stretch. So we're going to take our left hand and we're going to pull our head gently over. And just hold in that position. Good, let's come back to center, and you're going to take it over the other way. Good, and come back to center. Nice, and let's just roll the head out now. So we're going to drop that chin. We're going to look over one shoulder, roll back down, and look over the other. So just keep that going. Giving our neck a little love. Still breathing nice and deep from the diaphragm, and then come back to center whenever you're ready. All right, we're going to take one leg out, and the other foot, we're going to bring that flat part towards our inner thigh. And we're just gonna lean forward. You can reach for the knee, the shin, the ankle, the toes, Wherever you're at with your flexibility is good. Just, you should feel a nice stretch, no pain. And again, on that exhale, see if you can't bring that nose just a little bit closer to your knee. On your last exhale, come back to center, and then we're going to switch those legs. Head back on down. Good, and on your exhale, come on back up. Okay, let's take that other leg back out, and this time we're gonna cross that foot over that straight leg. So you're gonna take a bent knee, cross over, and then you're gonna take that arm and pull away on that bent knee, and then look over that shoulder. So this is our little spinal twist. You should feel a nice hip stretch. Breathing here. Good, and come back to center. Switch those legs. Again, the arm is coming across that bent knee. You're pulling away, and you're looking over that same shoulder as the side that your bent knee is on. Good. Exhale, coming back to center. All right, we got one last stretch before our relaxing Shavasana, my favorite. We're gonna take it all the way down to the mat. So get here nice and easy, one vertebrae at a time. You're rolling down to that mat. We're gonna leave our left leg down, and we're gonna bend our right knee, and you're gonna bring it over and across. And then you're gonna take those hands and you're gonna open it up nice and wide. So this is our open book. Something people like to do often is also place a hand on that bent knee and press down, and that can give you just a little bit deeper hip stretch there. Notice how your chest rises on the inhale and falls back down to the ground on the exhale. And that shoulder is also going to come to rise and press back into the earth on your exhale. Good. On your exhale, come back to center, regroup, and then take that other leg across, and then gently open up those arms. Sometimes my back cracks a little bit. Feels really good, actually. You might hear a little pop. Good. One more big breath in. And then exhale. You're going to stay lying on the ground. This is our Shavasana. So you can take those hands right beside you, palms up, and then just let everything fall to the ground. Just laying here, relaxing. Filling up those lungs. And all I want you to do is just focus on your breath right now. With each inhale, see if you cannot lengthen that exhale out as long as you can. This is a really, really good way to calm that sympathetic nervous system. Our sympathetic nervous system is our fight or flight response. And when you're focusing on your breath, it's really hard to feel stressed and anxiety around what's going on. So if we keep practicing this and you always take it back to your breath, it's a really good tool to relax throughout the day and kind of just ground yourself. There's also a lot of great meditation apps out there, which I highly recommend. Calm is a great one, Headspace. I've actually been using one called Simple Habit. I can link it to this video also so you guys have it. And there's a lot of great meditations on there right now, as you can guess, surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic. But I've been hearing some great ones that have been really, really helpful in making me kind of just slow down and relax and take my mind off of things. It's really easy to panic in these moments of crisis. So taking time out of your day to breathe and relax, however you want to do that, if it's with a meditation app or just taking some time to sit and breathe, can be really, really helpful in reducing our anxiety.
And one really good tip that I heard today in my meditation I did was to name and tame. So by naming any feelings you're having, especially if it's fear, anxiety, or panic, if you simply just say it in your head what you're feeling and you name it, it can help you kind of, like I said, calm that sympathetic nervous system just by bringing awareness to the fact that it's a feeling and it's valid, but you can let that go also. So if you're feeling fear, you can refocus on the breath, just name what you're feeling and then breathe through it. And that can be a really, really powerful thing in just relaxing our minds and our bodies and de-stressing. And one last thing to think about as we finish this stretching routine today is there are a lot of things going on in the world right now, none of which we really have control over. So the situation can be really scary and we can't really control what's going on out there, but we can always control our reaction towards it. So that is a really good thing to focus on. If you're ever feeling anxious, we can always regroup and focus on how we can react towards something in a positive way. So control what you can, your reactions, and let go of what is out of your control. And with that, you can take a couple more breaths, come back up whenever you're ready.
That felt really good. I hope you enjoyed that. I really appreciate this community and everything that we've done together so far, and I hope you keep coming back, keep sharing this, spreading the word. As far as we can reach people, the more the merrier. And if you have resources you'd like to share with me to help get out there in the world, I'm happy to do that as well. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you showing up with me here every day, and I will see you again tomorrow, Saturday, Weekend Warriors. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Friday. I'll see you soon.